Hey everyone, this is jprison998 here with, well, I am playing a classic game on my PS3, and you'll notice later, in about 20 seconds, you'll see what the game is. And now, before I jump into anything, before I go into the game, I'm just going to be talking about a few stuff that's going to be happening. One, I'm going to be playing crashball, obviously, and I'm going to be getting 200% on it, and everything is going to be done live. There's going to be no cutting out, there's not going to be no editing whatsoever, so you're going to get to see me fail so many times. And if you're lucky, you might get to hear me rage when we get further on in the game. But anyway, just go through the menus. You've got adventure mode, and you can load your game, or you can go on a new game. You can go on one. You can play the game cooperatively, and then you can choose your character. Battle mode, you can play all the mini games, just for having a bit of fun. Tournament, you can play. You play 4 games of the same kind, so like, for example, the crate crush levels, you play all the crate crush levels, and whoever wins the most rounds wins. Then you've got your options. I'm going to change it to mono. And I'm just going to put this music a bit down, and put that down to 90. Put that to 100, so you can hear me a bit better. But anyway, let's jump into this now. Oh yeah, so I'm going to tell you the cutscene coming up. Oh, if you play this on the PS3, it runs on 30 frames per second, the cutscene, and it goes too quick and you don't keep up with it. So I'm going to show you the cutscene anyway, but you won't get to see it properly. So anyway, I'm playing this game, and I was playing this game and I was just thinking what character it might be, and I was trying to think of a character that would make the game very, very challenging for me. So I don't want to be Rillaroo or Dingodile because purely because of the tank stages. I don't want to be these two because they have so much advantage. So it's between any of these 4. And I was gonna play as, I think I'm gonna play as Cortex, purely because it's gonna be more challenging for me. So I'm going to play as Cortex. Now this is a cutscene.
How many times must you be told you cannot defeat me? I am ready.
As you can see there, it's muted. Anyway, if you...
no longer. We must resolve this once and for all time. For once, people brother, I agree. We shall settle this argument. Prepare to fight. No, Uka Uka. The ancients would not allow it. There can be no match between us. A contest then. Good against evil. Your players against mine. Very well. Summon the team.
As you can clearly see now, the voices and the sound effects are way behind than actually where it is.
This is not a fair contest. You have too many players.
And there you go, it ended right there. So, if you're playing on some PS3, you'll experience stuff like that. But anyway, you're in the warp room obviously, and you can pick your levels. And I'm gonna play in the order that I might play in the order that's set. But I'm gonna start off with crashball anyway. And now, when I enter the level, I'm just going to talk about the game, the mini game itself, And yeah, so crashball, these are my favourite kind of games, the ballistics, purely because I just really think they are. I think they're very, very fun. But later on in the game, you'll see some annoying factors of this. I mean, when we get further in the game, I'll tell you. When we get further in the game, you'll see some of these, 3 of these stages, 3 other like kinds of levels like this, 3 other ballistic games, and I think the third one is my favourite one, but we'll get to that. Anyway, crashball is a fun game. What you want to do, I mean, no one should be failing this trophy challenge, I shouldn't be giving any tips, but crashball, you want to use L1 and R1, definitely, because if you're going too slow, you just don't get to the balls in time, and you miss so many. That's pretty much it. Like in the first walkthrough, all the levels are very basic, they don't have too many like riddles or twists to them, like the later levels in the game. We'll get to them though. But anyway, that's what you want to do with crashball. Use L1 and R1 and use the extra kicks. I mean, at first, the L, I think, are really stupid in the trophy challenges because they're so dumb. Because they're just letting it, look at Dingadal there, just letting it in on purpose. But anyways, let's get back to it. Let's talk about this game now, because there's not much I need to talk about crashball. The game, I think, is extremely challenging. I really do. Purely because of the challenges later on. I mean, stuff that I'll be unlocking. Like the platinum relics, for example, might as well just mention it. But the platinum relics on this game are absolutely insane. I do believe this is an E-rated game, and it's a 3+. But I'll tell you, for an E-rated game, this is incredible. This is a challenging game. I'm telling you now, it's so hard. Some of the challenges are absolutely ridiculous. And the game just gets so much harder. And you don't want to be, when you get later in the game, you don't want to be failing so many times that challenge, because it does get extremely annoying after a while. I'm just going to tell you something else now. All the videos are going to be below 15 minutes. I don't want them to be too long, because I don't want to just be sat there looking at a video uploading. So I'm going to try and keep it quite short. Like I said at the start, every video is going to be live, no matter what. And you're going to get to see me fail, even though it's just a walkthrough and I'm meant to be showing you how to do it, but I'm going to show you my failing as well, just to have a bit of fun towards it. Because trust me, failing on there's some points in this game where you can have such a funny fail or such an irritating fail, and you'll see so much failing later in the game. Let's get back to crashball now. I need to win one more round because we're on a trophy. And if you get 3 of them little trophies, you get 1 big gold trophy. And if I get on with this, I can finish this mini game entirely. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get back any more time. Sorry. And let's get to the gem challenge. Now, what the gem challenges do, they just give you a big disadvantage, and you've got to try and work your way towards winning. So as you can see there, I need to, sorry I didn't show you the rules, I'll show you again. Defend your goal with the odds against you. So pretty much we've got a disadvantage, I can't get my words out. We've got a disadvantage by having 9 goals and the AI having 15. I mean, this challenge is still very, very easy, because the AI is still really stupid. Because they just let, like tiny there, just let 2 goals in. And he could have easily blocked it, but he decided to let him in. Mainly, this all the strategies for this one is like I said in the trophy challenge, just defend your goal with all your might, use the extra kicks, use L1 and R1. So as you can see here, Coco is doing extremely well in this challenge, but Coco's brought a good game to this, and I need to get her down, and she's just letting everything in. She keeps doing that, that's good for me. Oh, I've got this. That was easy. That's a simple challenge. So now we're going to go on to the crystal challenge. The crystal challenges are very similar to the gem, but it's nothing to do with point. It's nothing to do with a disadvantage because of your points and the time limit. As you can see here, I must win without using the extra kick. So what I have to do is I have to try and win this without the extra kick like Tiny did at the beginning. I can't use that whatsoever. And they are a lot better. They are a lot better on this crystal challenge. As you can see here, they're like blocking it now. But sometimes they are a little bit stupid. Like they're just letting, like Digodal did just there, just extra kicked it into his own goal, and he could have easily blocked it. This crystal challenge can be quite annoying if you keep failing it. But this one shouldn't take me too long. Now this is the same for all of the gem and crystal challenges are the same for every mini game. You'll have a challenge for each mini game. Some of them are really, really hard, some of them are really easy. And as you can see, I've clearly got a good advantage here in this challenge. And a lot of glitches that do happen in this level, which if you rewind that, you just saw a ball went invisible. Now the ball went invisible purely because it passed someone's line and he managed to get it back out somehow. Oh, I've got to win this first try easily. And there are some very, very odd glitches in this level, in these kind of levels anyway. One of the most annoying glitches is probably when an AR knocks it through the post thing, and it comes out of your goal, it turns invisible, which is just random as. Another one is when you could just knock it through the ball launcher, and it goes into the goal. You can make it curve around your ship mysteriously. Anyway, as you can see, that's all we've got so far, but there'll be more to come later in the game. There'll be 2 more extra challenges when I get further in the game, and that's going to be a part. And in the next part, I'll be going on to Polar Panic. I'm going to talk about that and my thoughts on it. So I'll see you then.